Hey, how's it, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I showed you the sunrise of the day of the autumn equinox, and by the time solar noon rolls around, it is still very cloudy. So I decided to film it just in case the sun peeks through the clouds and I might get a shadow. But that took very long to happen, so I missed the actual shadow of the solar noon. The time-lapse video you are looking at now was filmed between 11:35 and 12:27, and the solar noon occurred around 13 minutes past 12, so 13 minutes after midday. And one thing we must realize about the equinox, it's not the whole entire day. The actual equinox is a moment. It's when the sun's path crosses the celestial equator. And that's probably one of the reasons why the sun does not rise at exactly due east, 90 degrees, or set at exactly due west, 270 degrees. If you look at the sunrise time for my location on the earth, it happened at 6:10 and 37 seconds at 90.46 degrees east. Now, when you look at the compass, it's 90 degrees due east, but for me, the sun rose past due east. And if you look at the sunset time, which happened at 18:15 and 43 seconds, the direction was 269.76 degrees. It hadn't even reached 270 due west. So there is a variation in the observation, and that depends on your location on the earth. The actual moment of the 2026 March equinox occurred at 12:45. Okay, so I stopped filming at 12:27. I thought it was going to be enough for checking out the shadow of solar noon. And I didn't realize at the time that the actual equinox moment was going to happen about 18 minutes later. If I had known, I would have carried on filming, and then we would have seen the actual shadow on Earth at the time of that crossing. Unfortunately, I wasn't prepared, but now that I know that it's a moment and not the entire day, I will look forward to putting it on my calendar for next year. There's something people don't always realize about the sky, and it's one of the simplest ways to test what's really going on. If two people stand in different places on Earth and look up at the same moment, they are not going to see the sky in exactly the same way. And that's not a bug, it's a feature. That's the entire point. Every observation you make, direction, height above the horizon, even where something rises or sets, is tied to your position. Your horizon is local. You are standing on your own little patch of earth, and the sky is projected differently from there. So, if I see two objects line up in the same direction and someone else doesn't, then good. That's exactly what should happen. You move the observer and you change the viewing angle. But here is where it gets interesting. Even though our directions and angles above the horizon will differ, the relationship between the objects themselves stay the same. The distance between them in the sky, the angle separating them, matches for both observers. And you know, Eratosthenes did not have all the tools and information that we already have. there is no reason for us to speculate or make up any explanations. All we have to do is look and pay attention, because when Eratosthenes did his experiment, I think he was like 800 kilometers away from his friend. And that made a difference to the observations they made. And if anyone, and I think that the globe earthers have done this many times over, where they've collected information from observers around the world and plotted it on a model and showed the difference between if it was a globe and if it wasn't a globe. And the difference is very stark. One comports with reality and the other one doesn't. So guys, I know that this video is about the autumn equinox sunset, but I'm recording it today, the 25th of March, 2026. And last night, the 24th of March, 2026, we noticed that Venus is the evening star again. So I just thought I'd show you the photos we took last night. There you can see it's not yet visible, and then it becomes visible as the evening wears on, and then it sets, so it was only visible for a very few minutes. And as a bonus, I thought I'd show you a few observations from when it was the evening star in the previous cycle. Enjoy! So if you've made it this far, and I know that most viewers don't, I really appreciate your time. Please guys, stay safe and look forward to more observations from here in the Southern Hemisphere. Also, don't forget to check out my book on Amazon Kindle and on Lulu Publishing. It's called Fixed at 5 p.m. Following the Sun from Pretoria, RSA. Guys, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.